This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Salty Language presents The Enthusiast.
Hey there, enthusiasts. Welcome to episode 44 of The Enthusiast. I'm brought to you here in Cincinnati. I'm joined by in Cincinnati here by, of course, the big, beautiful Dev from Shot of History / Snake Oil Comics / All Things Podcast.
Yeah, I'm indeed here.
Indeed. In the background, you may find my wife, Jeannie of Hobie. She's back there checking in Bia's living life.
Fuck off.
Saying fuck off. We're all a little liver damaged.
Yeah.
Post Beer Fest, Cincinnati, winter 2018.
Well, at least you're upright and coherent this year.
Accurate. It's
just barely though. It was really touch and go there for a hot minute.
There was like 5 minutes where I was like, man, am I in heaven? St. John, is that you? And I came back to reality and walked the wrong way.
Suddenly, It's Almost Paradise started playing.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, man. So, Cincinnati Beer Fest, round 2 for us, Dev.
Yes.
What was your impression, sir?
I definitely still think the afternoon Saturday session is the way to go.
Yes.
However, it's still not nearly as impressive as the Detroit Beer Festival, the Ypsi Beer Festival. I haven't been to the Marquette one yet, but I hear good things.
It's amazing.
The Grand Rapids.
So the impression I'm getting is that Ohio can suck it.
I wouldn't say suck it. I do like the fact that it's a much broader range of beer.
Yes.
What I don't like is that the volunteers don't know shit.
Yeah, the volunteers really suck. If you see somebody in a blue shirt pouring your beer,
yeah,
you might as well
tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, basically, just be like, just pour that. Don't ask them about the beer. Don't do anything else.
I did have a couple of volunteers suggest one beer over the other.
Right.
But for the most part,
they're pretty much useless.
Yeah, they're like, comes out of this tap.
Yeah. Like, oh, you wanted this? I'll pour you something else. It's like, no, that's not what I ordered, sir.
Yes, I'd like a Cricket Tree and get a Gavel Banger.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even the same brewery. It's crazy. I don't know. I really enjoy the Cincinnati Beer Fest because, one, indoors.
Yeah, I do.
That's a bonus.
Like that. Yeah.
Toilets, indoor toilets, another bonus.
They do have porta-johns, though.
Do they?
Yeah, so when we walk from the hotel up there, the way we walk, there's porta-johns lined up outside. But I don't know how to get to them, and I'm assuming they're mostly for the evening session.
Probably.
Yeah.
I gotta say also, this is the very first Beer Fest Enthusiast that was recorded the same day
as Beer Fest, yeah.
Which might alter the recording / entertainment value of this.
This is going to be like the low-key beer review that we did at the cabin.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm definitely feeling like I'm feeling on the downslide here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of wide awake.
Well, you rolled your ankle.
Yeah, because I nearly broke myself.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You had a John Claude Van Damme's level kick to your ankle, basically.
Yeah. It's good times.
Yeah.
All because we had to walk across town.
We did. Worth it, though.
I think we should have went to the Korean restaurant myself.
Yes.
Because of right across the street?
Yeah.
/ Korean. Bimbap.
Yes. Yeah, bibimbap.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with bibimbap.
I just know we went out of the brewery we ended our night at, and all the ladies piled into a car and left us.
I told you.
Accurate. Accurate.
Accurate.
I
Yeah.
told you I was doing that.
That's fine.
She did say she was Ubering back.
You're totally allowed to do that, but it was like one lone tear down my cheek as all the ladies get in the car and drive away.
You know, I was totally okay with walking
Until you rolled your ankle.
until I rolled my ankle. And it wasn't even at the halfway point. Like, if it would have been at the halfway point, I'd been like, well, you know, life sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
This was early on in the walk.
Yeah. It was like 3 steps in, ankle roll.
Yeah.
It was a real bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
So, Cincinnati Beer Fest.
Yes.
So what was your beer highlight, sir?
The beer highlight.
Yeah.
I would say, and it was early on that we found this beer, was the Millerberg Nut House peanut butter porter.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
It definitely delivered on that peanut butter flavor. Outside of that, I mean, there was a couple of beers. There was like the Hefeweizen.
That weird peanut butter Hefeweizen?
Yeah.
Did you try the Risks chocolate Hefeweizen?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either because it had a weird color. It's just like, what are you doing of Hefeweizens?
The Minion bait that the Risk had. It was like this weird brown.
Yeah, it was not a good color. It was like skid mark color.
Yeah, it looked like someone took a New England IPA and was just like, I'm just gonna throw hot shit in this.
Exactly. Let me whisk in some diarrhea.
Yeah.
It was not a good color. It was weird.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't a fuck you beer.
No, not at all.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that.
But yeah, I mean, there was some interesting beers, but
The Wild Ohio.
The Wild Ohio, yeah, they had the lavender blueberry. I was really surprised.
Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed the Arnold Palmer Wild Ohio.
The Daily Palmer.
Daily Palmer. There you go. That was delicious.
Yeah, that was awesome. Their quickie stations were kind of lacking this year.
You might find it shocking. I avoided the quickie stations this year. I had 2.
Really?
One in the beginning and then one when we were running to the back, and it was the only quickie stations I did.
Yeah, I had a couple of them. I did the Southern Tier one, which was the raspberry white.
Nice.
It was not good.
No, never mind then. Fuck that beer.
Like, I was expecting a whole lot better. Now, I don't know if it was just because it had sat for a while, but it just tasted flat.
It's probably terrible.
And it was a little on the warm side for the style of beer that it was.
Right.
But yeah, no, I had a couple of the quickie stations. Had to piss a lot.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, normally that's my game.
Yeah.
I feel like you're infringing slightly, to be fair.
Well, you know, I did have that upbeat liver detox.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. You were drinking the blood of Jesus or something.
Yeah.
Whatever that was you had at breakfast.
Preemptive strike on the liver to make sure it was good and ready for Beer Fest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, here's some creatine. Yeah. Here's some nutrients, liver. Let's do this. Shit's getting real later.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, it was a good beer fest though.
Yeah, I mean, it was about what I remember from last year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I wouldn't say it was better. It wasn't worse.
Exactly. It was pretty much the same experience as last year. Right. It was a good time though.
Yeah.
I got more involved in the silent disco this time.
Yeah, you were out there really cutting
a rug. Yeah, that was a lot of fun actually.
Yeah.
You know, you got 3 different colors. Each color is a different radio station basically, and you know, you just dance with people.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It was fun. I was smacking some guy in the shoulder like, you gotta turn it to the Bee Gees, and he started disco dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. We had a good time out there.
I did love the Rheingeist stage. They were playing the bad lip reading Yoda song, the seagull song. I can't remember what
I don't remember what I don't know what it's officially called.
But they stopped it like partway through, and everybody just started booing.
Yes.
Until he put it back on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm glad we got you out there racing.
Yeah, that was...
You didn't do it last year, did you?
I did not do it last year.
If you have never been to Cincinnati Beer Fest, they have a 3-lap, one circular, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's,
barely an oval track.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you would call it a two-turn track.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's adult tricycles, and you do 3 laps, you race. It has hollow plastic back wheels, so you can drift that shit around the corner.
Yeah. As long as you're not like weighing it down to the point.
Well, true.
Where you're getting good grip.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to drift, and unfortunately, Brigger was cheating.
Yeah.
Super
cheating. I saw him
cheating.
reach over and grab your handbrake on the start.
Yeah, he kept grabbing my tricycle, weighing me down of his incompetence or something. How dare he?
How dare he indeed?
Clearly, I should have punched him in the dick like Brian requested I do.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have.
It would have put a real damper on his
exactly. Exactly. Oh, you're cheating? Dick punch.
Yes.
But how fun was the tricycle racing?
It was actually quite fun. I was quite sweaty for a while.
You were so against it when we first Dev, come on.
Yeah.
You're like,
it was fun. It was
you won.
Fun. Yeah.
There was nothing funnier when Jeff took that first corner and just took out the tire wall.
Well, yeah,
and then couldn't move.
It's funny because, I was talking, it's like, well, I clearly had, I had weight on my side.
Well, Bowser from Mario Kart.
Yeah, you weren't moving me out of the way.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, I'm not quite used to that. You put me right into the wall. Because I was, I was definitely doing the rubbing his racing.
Rubbing is indeed. Rubbing is racing.
And then we were on the last lap, and Nick the Gimp, and Jeff both tried blocking me from getting through. Because
what a foolish endeavor!
I was going to lap them both.
Yeah, I couldn't. That is the first time I've seen that happen there too. Lapped everybody.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, like you said, Jeff did get stuck on the wall.
Well, we can't help it.
He's a rearrange.
Yeah, after the race, they had to come out and fix the wall. Some little 5'2" lady, probably weighed 110 pounds, in a rainstorm, is fixing the tire wall because Jeff went into it.
It's a good thing he didn't catch on fire.
He's that close.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think it would have been funny for you would have jumped up and been like, "Help me, Tom Cruise! Help me with your wish magic!"
Yes, exactly. Started peeling off his layers.
Yeah. That would have been great.
That would have been great. I gotta say, the Cincinnati Beer Fest, the events they have, as opposed to the Michigan Beer Fest we typically podcast about, they have way more shit to do.
Did you see the gigantic outdoor Connect 4 in the middle of the?
Yes,
that was pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a bar actually we haven't been to yet in our neck of the woods that has giant Connect 4.
Do they have giant Jenga?
What the fuck? I'm hearing voices. Yeah, I've definitely played giant Jenga before.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have it at that specific bar. I've played it in Chicago, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to remind my uncle to bring it sometime when we go camping.
He has giant Jenga.
He has the giant 2x4 Jenga.
Have you seen giant Yahtzee? When you use a 5-gallon bucket to roll the dice.
Yeah, and you use cut up 4x4s as the dice.
Yes. Okay. Excellent work. Yeah, the events at the Cincinnati Beer Fest. Yes, dear.
I have 58.
Check-ins?
No.
Oh.
58 badges that I got.
Just from today?
Just from today?
Nice.
That is hardcore.
That is insane.
I really wish I didn't lose my paperwork.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I think it was the second time I went back into the disco. I think that's when I lost it.
Yeah, that's
the second time you lost it too, because you lost it
when I was racing, but then I went and found it.
Yeah, you did find it.
The second time there was so much time between losing it.
Yeah, it was a
it was too gone.
Yeah,
it might have been when we karaoke too, because we also did that.
Yes. I heard stories. I'm glad I was not over.
The Hobie Boys and we sang Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer."
It's on Facebook.
Killed it. It's on Facebook apparently. I invited some random woman in the crowd up because she was singing out in the crowd. I'm like, come on. We had a good time.
Now, if you would have said you were going to go over there and start singing "The Darkness," I believe in a thing called love.
Oh God, I can't hit those notes.
I probably would have joined you.
Maybe Jason could hit those notes.
Yeah,
I cannot hit those notes.
I could hit those notes.
That's bullshit.
I've hit them before.
You sang the song karaoke style.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dad, we're going karaoke.
When we go to Ann Arbor some weekend, we can hit up blue karaoke, which is like traditional Japanese style karaoke.
What does it mean? What makes it traditional and not traditional?
It's like traditional Japanese style karaoke is the room where you rent the room out and sing karaoke, and it's just you and your friends instead of
just whoever. Instead
of American style karaoke, which is I'm going to make an ass of myself in front of a bunch of people.
Well, that is American style in general.
Right.
I mean, just saying.
Right. But, I 2 or 3, I'm not even sure how long ago that was. It was during New Year's. We went to the 3-story bar in Ann Arbor, Circus, and they had karaoke on one of the floors for New Year's.
Right.
And me and a bunch of buddies sang I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, this is actually the very first time I've officially karaoke'd.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch.
Panties were super dry.
Super dry.
Super dry. There was not a wet pair of
no sploosh.
Yes.
No sploosh. Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate.
Moisture-driven song, by the way.
The darkness is a moisture-driven, is that what you said?
It's
not. It's not very moist.
Yeah. Gotta sing when the levees break.
Yeah.
Them panty levees. Wow. All right then. Yeah. Well, I guess let's cut to the beer. What was your all-time beer of the Cincinnati Beer Fest, sir?
It's that Nut House. That was my beer.
That was your beer?
That was the beer. I should have went back and got more.
Right.
I don't know. The Daily too was pretty good. Like the Daily Palmer.
Yes,
that was good.
Yeah.
I think I need to go with the Wacko Stout, aka the Orange Curacao aged Belgian chocolate stout. Just because. Like that weird citrus chocolate, it makes me think of whack and unwrap orange from Christmas.
Yes.
You know? That's what it made me think of. And it was tasty.
Yeah, it was.
I've never had a stout like that before.
Yeah, it's a very close second.
What's that, babe? You're going with the reach around?
Reach around? Well, everybody deserves a reach around.
Everyone does deserve a reach around. I want to say my oddball beer was that peppercorn beer you provided.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the peppercorn ale.
Yeah, because, I mean,
chili.
When you smelled it, it smelled like peppercorns.
Yeah.
It was insane. What was your babes? Chili?
I want to make chili with them.
Yes, it would be awesome to cook with. If it was that one or was the one that was the 3 chilies, that would be good to cook with, too.
Oh, yeah, the 3 pepper from Rock Bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, because it was like poblanos and habanero, whatever.
Yeah.
It smelled like
jalapeno and Anaheims.
Yes. That was like, it smelled like when you grab a basket of peppers from a farmer's market.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, those were standouts in the weird category for sure.
Yeah.
What about the s'more that you could taste fire in?
The s'more stout from Shorts?
I
didn't taste the fire.
I could taste smoke.
I couldn't get the smoke. Now that...
I enjoyed it though.
That one smoke beer that you brought over.
The smoked Bach from Fatheads?
Yeah, that was
good.
That was too much smoke.
It was too much for you?
It was too much for me.
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Like Campfire Brown from Saugatuck, right amount of smoke.
Yeah.
Right.
This was...
too much.
Yeah. It was like licking the inside of my smoker. It was...
delicious?
No, not delicious. Not delicious at all.
That was fun to watch you respond to that.
Well, I gotta ask you though. I mean, because I personally myself didn't find one. But what's your fuck you beer for tonight? Because oh, you know what? That was pretty terrible.
That was the fuck you beer. Everyone agreed.
Yeah, the coconut Victory at Sea by Ballast Point.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Like, I was expecting it to be super good.
Yeah.
I love coconut.
Yeah.
I love porters.
Like Almond Joy action.
Yeah. It was...
terrible.
It was the hottest of garbage.
Yeah.
I think I gave it a
Fuck you!
a 0.5 on Untapped.
Right.
And
Dumped it probably.
oh yeah, I could not drink it.
Yeah.
It was so chemically at the end.
Yeah, that was it too. Yeah.
It was like some people said it was a metallic taste. But I got just like straight chemical.
Yeah, because when you for that first sip, you're like, "That's not bad," and then the finish was like a chemistry set.
Yeah. It was a fuck you beer.
Yeah, that is definitely the one for today, isn't it?
Yeah. The Minion is a close second. The Minion bait is a close second.
I don't recall that one.
So chocolate Hefeweizen.
Oh, is that the Ritz chocolate Hefeweizen?
The diarrhea
With the weird color and I don't understand. I mean, Hefeweizens, I've always had Hefeweizens like banana-y.
Yeah.
What's up with the new Hefeweizen trend all of a sudden when they're adding flavors to it? Is that just because they're bored? Because T had the peanut butter Hefeweizen and there's that chocolate Hefeweizen. The peanut butter was good. Peanut butter banana.
It did have a good, like, to me it was mostly banana flavor. Yeah. I did not get the peanut butter.
It was like, when you smelled it, it was peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you drank it, it was no peanut butter.
Yeah. There was a super strong banana flavor to me, and that I liked. It was like they should have really called it like something Elvis jelly or something like that. It was good. Yeah. Though
the chocolate one was horseshit.
Oh yeah. No
bueno.
Fuck that beer.
Yeah, fuck that beer. You like it? Oh man, I did not enjoy that in the least.
It was not like the coconut where I was just like instantaneously like fuck this beer. Yeah. The chocolate, the Minion one, I was just like, first I'm like,
I don't want to drink that.
I don't know that I like this.
Yeah.
And then the more that it sat on the palate, I'm like, yeah, no, fuck that beer.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drink it because you're right, it does look like diarrhea.
It was a terrible color.
It was not a pretty beer.
No.
It was fine. I like the taste.
What I noticed about the Cincinnati Beer Fest, though, it's like with the Michigan ones, we're very much like, it's like we're going to war.
Right.
We show up, we start marching, we dominate the beers, and we go 10 to 10 to 10.
Right.
Here, we just kind of picked a spot and we hung out.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, I'm going to go get a beer, and I'll be back.
I think what the reason for that here is that there's so few people when we go. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people, but it's not like Detroit Beer Festival where you're like shoulder to shoulder most of the day and you're forcing your way up through a line to get that exclusive release for the day.
That's fair.
I think it's just so much more chill, but I think part of that is just due to the fact that they're not sending representatives from the companies.
It's just volunteers. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, we're going to send you our van, our tap van. We're going to send you a tent. Yeah, and you're just going to serve our beer. Here's what we're going to send you, which is like the stock shit that we have in the back.
That was kind of disappointing to me, honestly. Yeah. It's the Michigan breweries that we're fans of.
Yeah,
at least I'm a fan of for sure. Just had their like standard beers.
Yeah.
With the Michigan Beer Fest, we typically go, oh man. Pretzel burps.
Yeah.
The Michigan Beer Fest we typically go to, it's like, oh, we have this, like Bell's. Oh, we raided our cellar. We have all this weird kegs that we haven't brought out in years.
Right.
We're going to break them out now.
Yeah. Oh, you're at the Summer Beer Festival. We're making all of these Bloody Mary beers.
Oh, we're going to have 36 beer flavors based on ice cream.
Yeah.
When here it was like, here's our standard. Here's our 4 beers we always have.
Oh, you're coming to our tent. Well, we're serving our standard beers, but we're running them all through Randall's.
Yeah. It's a different experience going to the Michigan Beer Fest than this one.
Right.
And I like this one because it's indoors. I like that a lot.
Right.
And there's breweries we've never, we don't typically see when we're up in our mitten state.
Yep.
But I think I like the Michigan Fest better.
Yeah, no, hands down. I think Michigan tops it. I mean, I think we're getting to the point now going to the Michigan beer festivals where we're like, oh, I've had that. Oh, I've had that.
Oh, yeah. We show up like fucking black belts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, they've got this one beer that we haven't had yet, and it's a limited release.
Yeah, I will have that.
Yeah. And here it's just like, well, we could try that. We could try that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Well, like for instance, typically when I see the founders tent, I get all giddy and I go and I throw tickets in their face.
Right.
This time I'm like, I didn't even get any Founders.
Right, yeah.
Because they didn't have anything I wanted.
Right.
Because I've had it all.
Well, last year they did have...
They had like Lizard of Kaz. Yeah.
Which was, I think, the only special tap of the day.
Because everything else was your standard issue Founders. And then they had the Kaz.
Right.
And it was delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so, it's super weird to, like, come here and not have to be like, all right, at 3 o'clock, we have to be in line at this tent.
Yeah, because they're tapping this.
Yeah. Like oatmeal cream pie or something.
Yeah, something crazy. Michigan Mud.
Yeah.
When other brewers go get this beer.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the weird thing about this fest. It doesn't feel, I don't have that same feeling.
Right.
Yeah. That's why we need to get Brigger and his lovely wife up to Michigan to join us for a beer fest.
Yeah, I think Detroit Beer Fest is right around their anniversary.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect
How special would that be?
Yeah.
They could celebrate it with us.
Summer Beer Fest?
Yeah, we're going to go camping.
Well, Jessica might go camping. Brigger wants nothing to do with it.
Well, that's fine. I have his wife. Who cares?
That's true. There you go. You hear that, Jason?
I feel like, I don't know, Summer Beer Fest is...
A death trap of heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Yeah, if you're not, if you're a portly gentleman like myself and Brian.
Yeah.
Brian's not coming.
Well, we've determined, because the past 2 Summer Beer Fests, that we're like, next time we do a Summer Beer Fest, Brian, you're just not coming. He went, yes, I know. He's like, 2 years in a row, I almost died.
Yeah. Last year, I pretty much had to keep him off the ground.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Stuart.
He doesn't sweat.
He does. It's just through the tips of his fingers.
He's like a dog in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's through his pads.
So Cincy Beer Fest. It's good.
It's good.
I don't know if I want to come again next year though.
Really? What if we already scheduled it though?
I'm okay with
Like, what? That's horseshit.
I would, you know what I would much rather do instead of going to the beer fest?
What's that?
Just explore the city. Come down during beer fest because then we could hang out with everybody.
Are you talking like, for instance, when yesterday we just went to Municipal Brewing?
Yeah.
And we had all the beers, chatted with the brewers, got a tour of the facility. Yeah.
That would be way better.
It was way better.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think next year if we do this, it should just be like, oh, we're just going to come down to Cincinnati for the weekend and we're going to go.
We'll have our own beer fest.
Yeah, we're just going to go hit the breweries like Listerman's and Moorline uptown and see the caverns.
I mean, before we went to the beer fest, we had Carolyn, we had Municipal, and we had Taft's.
Yeah.
So we're already way ahead of the game.
Yeah. Well, and then we also have to hit Grainworks, which is just off of 75 going into Hamilton.
There you go.
So
and Listerman's, which we were told about.
Yeah, which is just up the road from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is a way better idea.
So maybe go. What's that, babe? Banana hammock.
Which, how do they not sell actual banana hammocks?
I agree. And they weren't at the beer fest, like our friend Jacqueline said.
Yeah. Yes.
It's bullshit.
Reduction Jacqueline.
Yeah, good old Reduction Jacqueline.
Hey, no, good for her that she...
a blanket.
What?
I think there might be one in the closet.
We're recording, woman.
So go get your woman a blanket.
I'm working on it. So good old Reduction Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Keep saying shit, Dad.
I'm trying to think of what else we've done that was. Oh, we went to Taft's, which is inside of an old church. We did that yesterday. That was. You are making so much noise.
I know.
Taft's was awesome. They had. I think they were a sponsor of the Beer Fest this year.
They're on the paper, yes.
Yeah. So we got Taft's. We did Carolyn's, which Jeannie is not a fan of the Carolyn in the park that Carolyn's is in.
Yeah, those things are stupid.
It's just there to hold up bells.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Bell tower.
That's what they do.
Fucking bell tower.
Yeah.
We were talking to the brewers at Municipal yesterday, and what did they say? There was 50-some breweries in Cincinnati now?
Yeah, in the greater Cincinnati
So
area.
I think I agree with you that we just needed to have a Cincinnati weekend. Mm-hmm. Fuck the beer fest. We'll make our own.
Yeah, I think that's a...
We could do one of these. Jason, you home? He opened up his door. We're there. He's got his sick mask on because it's cold and flu season.
Yeah, it's cold and flu season, guys. Yeah. I can't share him a beer.
He wouldn't even go silent DJ or silent disco because it's cold and flu season.
They were wiping him off with
when I saw
rags.
When I saw that, I ran over and went, Jason, they're disinfecting these. Get out here.
And he still was not having a
goddamn stick in the mud.
Jason won't open his door.
It's terrible.
By door, do you mean asshole?
It's his back door.
He won't open the door to you because you're not his family.
That's a weird family.
You can only go into his house if you're married to him or he produced you.
That's weird.
That is weird.
But then again, I do remember the story that Jeff's sister. Yeah, Jeff's sister was saying that Brigger was taking a shower while he had guests over, while they were still drinking and partying in a one-bathroom house.
What?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Because he's Brigger.
Because it was time for them to leave.
It was 2 a.m. and he needed to take a shower.
Maybe he was secretly hoping somebody would join him.
No. I think he was doing it specifically to get people to leave.
That doesn't work.
Look at Dan. I'm just going to vacuum.
Yeah.
Well, Dan's retarded.
Well, so is Burger.
So, okay. You're at our house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just setting a scenario.
Yeah.
And I'm
Bell's all over me.
Yeah. Bell's on you. We're having a party. And I'm like, I need everybody to leave. Do I, go, hey, guys, I need you to leave.
Yeah.
B,
I need you all to get the fuck out.
Hop in the shower.
Yeah.
I better hop in the shower.
Yeah.
C,
Yeah.
have your wife tell everyone to leave.
Yes, while yelling through the door, I'm nude. Showering. I prefer to air dry.
Yeah.
Time to leave. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Brigger's a weirdo.
Yeah. He's a special fella.
He is a special fella. That explains the impressions.
I'm Hunter McAllister.
I tried that so many times. Just denied every time.
Disqualified. I wish I had my
I think
soundboard.
he yelled at Rose.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The risk.
The risk.
Yelled at the risk for her shutting him down on the Hunter McAllister.
As she should have.
Yeah. She was smart. She's like, I don't want to hear this bullshit.
That was her version of a midnight shower.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does midnight shower just sound worse?
If this was a proper episode of Salty Language, the title would probably be Midnight Shower.
No, it would be emptying your vagina.
Or that. Oh shit.
What's going on here?
Either A, there's a co-host entering, or B, there's a random black man coming in.
Oh, look at this.
Yo.
What up, T?
Hey, T.
There's an ice pack here.
Yeah.
Well,
watch out for that ice pack.
We're discussing Cincinnati Beer Fest. We're in the middle of it. Since you have now joining us, what would be your top-notch beer of the night? You gotta get on that mic, son.
Get on that mic.
Don't forget about emptying your vagina.
Yeah, for sure.
Emptying your baby pouch.
For sure, empty the baby pouch.
Oh, my baby pouch is empty.
All right, good. You have these shoddy hotel containers?
Or as a customer referred to it one time as a ghetto home pregnancy test. Ghetto abortion, whatever. Yeah.
Terrible.
But my favorite beer would probably be the one you had, that chocolate peanut butter.
The Nut House.
Yes.
Yeah.
by
Same one you picked.
Millerberg or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. All right. That's a two votes for that one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
What about your fuck you beer? Do you have one of those?
Oh, the one that tastes like
Coconut.
unanimous.
All right. Well, that's another vote for that one.
Yeah.
So how about like an oddball beer? Did you have one that stuck out like this is strange but good?
Oh, yeah, it was that chocolate peanut butter Hefeweizen.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's like you're listening in.
I bugged the place before I left, so there we go.
That's fantastic.
What do you think about the Cincy Beer Fest? Because we were comparing it to like
The Michigan ones.
the Michigan ones.
Oh, besides the ridiculous pours they give, it's excellent.
The ridiculous pours are something else.
You know what would happen if the Michigan Beer Fest gave those pours?
There'd be anarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody would be 2 token pours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I would almost be willing to do 2 token pours at that point.
I've never given a 2 token pour.
Well, no, I would still be like, here's my tokens. Drop one.
Yeah.
Actually, the funny thing is, it was like first beer in, I went and got my beer, and I went and tore the ticket off and put it in the bucket. And she was pretty cute, by the way. The girl, she just kind of looked at me and leaned in. She was like, if they don't ask for it, you don't have to give it to her.
Yeah.
Our little secrets. Like, all right.
Okay.
Ooh, she's
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
She's trying to get some midnight tea.
Yeah, right?
Trying to get some of that chocolate porter for herself.
Yes.
Yes and yes.
Most definitely.
Now, do you like the Cincinnati then?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Especially with the random events and all that, it's not just drinking beers.
That's what we
the
were just
tricycle, the whole tricycle track. What was that? The silent disco.
How fun was that?
That was nice.
I'm glad I dragged your ass out there. I'm like, come on.
Come on.
I don't know. And then it's pretty sweet though when everybody turns to the same station, everybody just kind of dances along to the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's pretty nice.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. That's a good time, man.
I did like the giant inflatable screen they had with the VR where you were at like a Jedi Knight.
Yes, I
blocking
kind of
blastables.
wanted to get in there and play, but I just instead made fun of people.
They also had racing.
Yep, I did see
simulators over
that.
there.
Yeah.
They had karaoke and the whole deal, man.
Yeah, they definitely line up the events more than they do at the Michigan ones we've been to.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Because we all sang, not we all, but most of us sang Living on a Prayer. We were up there jamming the karaoke. Mm-hmm. It was a good time. I just like the fact Jason and I were just carrying tables through the venue too.
Yeah.
This is our table.
Yeah, we're gonna move. This is our table.
Yes.
And nobody even questioned it. Not a second.
I didn't even see one strange look as you were walking around carrying the table.
Yeah.
It must just be like normal.
I was heading to the karaoke by myself, and I had just had the table down by my side, carrying it, and I had a couple people look at me like, "What the fuck?" Because when Jason and I were carrying it together, it almost looked like maybe we're working,
Except you don't have the blue shirt.
Except we don't have a blue shirt.
Yeah.
But the one I was just like, "Fuck this," and I just grabbed it and went by myself. I had beer in one hand, table in the other, and I got a couple odd looks heading to karaoke.
Mm. Yeah, that's.
But it's the way to go. You just take the table with you.
Yeah, they should just issue a table.
It's a cheat code, really.
Issue your group a table as you're walking in. Here's your cup. Here's your tokens. And here's the table.
I just felt like that was more like a Darwin type situation.
Yeah.
Like if you can't evolve and realize you need to take a table with you, you're doomed.
Yeah, that was that. Smart thing.
And I chalked it up to Jason because that was him going, we should bring the table with us.
So he did have a good idea.
He did.
Occasionally.
There was one, exactly. Every once in a while those gears unfreeze and start rotating again.
the hamster wakes up and just starts.
Yeah, exactly. And then they seize up again.
Like, go empty your vagina or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't name the show.
Tony is the one who said go empty.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tony did say that.
These things happen.
I
Yeah.
was like, you don't pee. Oh my god. Empty your bladder, ass.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
What's a bladder ass?
And we were trying to convince Burger to name an episode, Empty Your Vagina.
Empty your vagina, yes.
He's like, I can't do that because we're sponsored. So and my suggestion was, empty your baby pouch.
Yes. Somehow I don't see it happening.
Yeah. No, he wrote it down as a potential show
No,
title.
all right, fair enough. I hope so. I would sure hope
You're going to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that on the show. Apparently, none of us know anatomy after we get drunk.
Apparently. Empty your baby pouch.
Fucking Cincinnati Beer Fest.
Good old Cincinnati Beer Fest.
Wow! It's like the Catalina wine mixer.
Exactly.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
You know how many times I've watched that goddamn show in the last month?
Because it's a great movie.
Only enough to become amazing.
No.
Are you elevating yourself?
No.
You should be. With old school. Or not old school. Step Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, man. Clients watch it over and over
Because they have good taste.
and over. Yeah, like...
Starting to get the yawns.
I know, right? Yeah. It was 2 years now we've been here.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it very much so.
Yeah.
It is a good... Shush you.
Just to say, I think you enjoyed yourself less this year than
Well,
you did
last year I found myself in a different dimension.
Well, to be fair, last year was the first year that we really experienced the 8-ounce pours.
Yeah,
that
heavy
we
pours, refresher tables,
Yeah.
no bag of snacks.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a combination. That's a cocktail for nonsense for me.
Yeah, it was no good last year. This year,
I only hit one refresher table this year.
Yeah.
I barely used my tickets. I brought a bag of food. Way better.
yeah, it was way better planned out this year.
Yeah. Still amazing though.
Yeah, it was still good.
But I think that goes with any beer fest.
Yeah, I really wish they were more local. Like, I wish the Cincy Beer Fest was just Ohio beers.
That'd be cool. And not like...
Just like the Michigan Beer Festivals, it's just Michigan beers.
Yeah.
I wish this was more like, here's all the breweries from Ohio.
Well, it's like T&A. A few months back, we did a Toledo brewery crawl.
Yep.
And we just bought tickets, and you hop on a bus, and they'll take you to every brewery through Toledo. And there's not many. Maybe what, 5, 6? We had a blast for that same reason, because it's all your local shit.
Right.
It's not like there's, if it's Cincinnati, wonders what, Guinness was here.
Guinness, Sam Adams,
Lagunitas. There's, exactly. California brewery. It wasn't, I agree with you. If it was
Alaskan Brewing.
Alaskan Brewing with the guy with the polar bear suit. Awesome.
Yeah.
If it was...
There was 2 bears just hanging out.
Exactly. If Cincinnati Beer Fest was just Ohio beers, I do think I'd enjoy it more because I think it'd be a little more
homegrown,
craft beery. Yeah, homegrown.
Yeah. I think it would also be more enjoyable if they didn't use volunteers.
Absolutely. I get it. You need a volunteer to pour your beer, whatever.
They should at least have.
They should have some knowledge.
Representative from the brewery.
Somebody, exactly.
Someone that knows what's going on.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's a couple of beers that have been like, oh man, it would have been nice to know, what do they actually do? What are they putting into this? Like the Wacko Belgian.
Yeah.
The guy was all like, oh, we get these Curacao barrels, and we age this Belgian porter in there or stout in there. And, where they get them from and how long they age them and, the flavor profile. And it's like, that's the kind of information I want instead of like, oh yeah, we've either got a stout or we've got, this cherry beer. It's a sour.
You're not going to like it.
you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to love it because
I
it's
like
a sour
sours.
beer. Yeah.
Or like when the Jisk. I would like this delicious IPA. Let me start pouring you this stout.
Yeah, right?
You're an ass. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Because, well, like we had the municipal experience.
Yeah.
You could tell those two guys, Mark and Scott? Stephen? Whatever.
Steven.
The two dudes we were talking to loved their beer.
Yeah.
And they could fill you in any complete backstory on the beers they had.
Yeah.
When you got some guy in a blue shirt Cincinnati Beer Fest, you're like, which IPA do I want? I don't know.
They're IPAs.
They're both IPAs. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to hear.
Right, yeah. No, the municipal thing was awesome.
It was awesome.
Just because of that reason. And you guys even ended up giving them a Green Bush and
yeah, we gave them beers and
a shorts.
Well, yeah. The lovely wife here was like,
we should give
honey,
them a beer.
run to the cog, get some beer.
Yeah, get them the Green Bush, get them the Woodmaster.
Yeah, got them a couple bottles of beer, little beer trade.
Yeah, it was good.
Because that's, as beer lovers, that's kind of what you do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were some cool dudes.
They were some cool guys, for sure.
And then, the guy that was trying to sell us on even more shit, he was all right.
Wait, who's this?
The other bartender.
Oh, the young kid.
Yeah. He's all like, he got you to buy a growler? He's like the worst salesman in the world.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, no, he's just like, hey, you guys love beer? You should get this beer.
Yeah.
And
let me taste this beer. You're right.
Yeah, I should get this beer.
This beer's amazing. Oh, man. I'm just glad that we can have these weekends to get together and have beers.
Right.
That's not just drinking out of a cooler sitting around a lake, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's also good.
Right.
But this organized chaos at his beer fest that we go to, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good times. Always good times.
Yeah. Not to mention like the breakfast we get into and the lunches and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, man. That Guajilla or whatever chicken bowl that we had at Maplewood Kitchen.
Yes. Whatever that was, it was delicious.
Legit. Super legit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That upbeat cold press beet juice that I had to cleansify my liver.
Yeah, get ready for the damage.
Super good. Made me had to pee within the first 5 minutes of being.
Yeah, that was kind of insane. I'll be honest. Usually I'm the first one down.
Yeah. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to go.
I noticed.
Yeah. And multiple times.
Multiple times.
See, that beet juice was just there for you to clean out the old UTI,
Yeah.
the old urinary tract, just in case.
I mean, it did its job. My liver feels
amazing.
Feels refreshed.
I'm sure mine will feel great in the morning.
It's not backed up with all that beer sludge.
No, kept it nice and clean.
Yeah, it was awesome though. I mean, I don't think I've ever been to a beer fest that I haven't enjoyed.
Toledo was a little...
Toledo was sketchy. It was still fun, though.
Oh, yeah. It's always fun to hang out and drink beer.
The one at the Butthead Stadium?
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it sucked.
Actually, well, I haven't been recently, but they have beers now on the field now.
Oh, that's good. That'd be better.
So they kind of stretched it out a little more.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What and Dev, if they do it next year, because they were supposed to do it this year, but something fell through. Christmas time, Festivale.
Oh, those fucks, man. If they don't do it, I swear to you.
Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
You need to come to Festivale if they do it next year.
All right.
That's one of my, it's not really a beer fest per se.
Is that like Brown-Eyed Betty?
One-Eyed Betty's?
Yeah, One-Eyed Betty's. Yeah.
Brown-Eyed Betty. But there is, like, breweries show up, they provide drinks, there's delicious food, there's bands.
Yeah.
All in all, it's a really good time.
Nice.
And it feels, I don't know, it's not quite a beer fest.
No.
But anything to get to go and just have drinks and eat food,
Right, yeah. No, you gotta do it.
That's why that's why camping's so amazing, Bringer.
What's a step down from a festival?
Get together.
Yes, a get together.
A hoot nanny.
It's a beer hoot nanny, I guess.
A beer nanny? No, I don't like that.
Hoot nanny.
I like hoot nanny.
Just reminds me of Pootie Tang and David Attell. Ooh, it's kind of hot out here to be having a hoot daddy. It's a damn hoot daddy.
Oh, shit.
Pootie Tang. Such a good movie.
Good old Pootie Tang.
That's totally off subject.
Still a good movie.
You mean it's amazing?
Fucking sucks.
We're going down to the Piggly Wiggly, got that belt.
Yup, exactly.
Speaking of Piggly Wiggly, I think tomorrow we have, we're planning on going to Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Oh boy.
The carnival.
The carnival of grocery stores.
I feel like this has
what?
bad idea written all over it.
What's that Jungle Gyms?
It's a grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. But we were quote unquote told it's basically like a carnival meets a grocery store. So they have a full-blown butter bar. They've got a pickles bar. They've got a cigar area. They have a giant wine area.
So do they have the bearded lady like bag your groceries for you or something?
I hope so. Our friend Becky said she went there and then just spent $40 on cheese alone.
What?
Yes.
$40 on cheese.
Yeah.
Some good cheese.
It's a thing. And it's not just like, it's not like a standard issue grocery store. Like there's shit in the ceiling and it's crazy. So
I'm excited for this.
I know. It sounds like an event. I'm all about Jungle Gyms.
Oh man. So how long has Jungle Gyms been around?
I don't know how long it's been around, but I know it's been on my list to visit for a couple of years.
Huh.
I mean, I might just go to the butter bar and just start beating off. Because I love butter.
Just gonna go there.
Just start churning.
How about that? You're going to churn your own butter, huh?
Churn that crotch butter.
Crotch butter. Yes.
It's very heavy cream.
No, I've been fixed. Not that heavy. This butter's seedless.
Gonna make your own Land O'Lakes, huh?
It's terrible. It's good stuff, but terrible.
So yeah, that will be I guess that'll cap off our Cincinnati weekend.
Yeah.
Is little Jungle Gyms.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy roller coaster weekend.
It has been a fun weekend.
Twisted ankles.
Yeah.
Plenty of booze.
Plenty of booze. Plenty of food.
Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Until we actually go to Jungle Gyms, and then like next week on Salty Language when you're actually recounting the week,
Jungle Gyms.
and you're like, fuck that place.
Yeah, fucking Jungle Gyms.
I went into the butter bar area. There was like 2 sticks of butter.
Yeah, it was crazy. I got there, I was all excited, dropped my pants, nothing.
We got butter and we got margarine. What do you want?
Exactly.
Go for a cosmetics aisle and get cocoa butter.
Well, I don't know how long we've been doing this, but I feel like it's time to wrap up.
Oh yeah, we got 52 minutes.
That's about a perfect time.
Yeah.
Dev, you got some plugs you want to throw out there?
I think you plugged me pretty well at the top of the show.
Wow.
Right in the butter aisle.
Good thing I came in late.
Yeah. So, salty language, I always want to plug.
Nice.
Because it's salty language.
Salty language.
But Snake Oil Comics, Shot of History. I'm not sure when this episode will come out, but we're doing,
it should be probably next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Yeah. So we're 2 weeks deep into our examination of Black History Month, and I think this will be week 2 of Brown versus Bird of Education.
The Bird of Education.
It's Sweet D versus Brown. Brown versus Board of Education, featuring man of many talents, Calvin Moore, who does 7.2 tours and leading questions with Calvin Moore. I always got to say it, fuck Steve.
Naturally. You got anything, T?
Follow me on the Instagrams, Drunken Grizzly. Also on the Twitters. I really don't tweet, but yeah, Drunken Grizzly also.
But it's there.
But it's there. Something that's there.
And of course, you can find us at Salty Language at Twitter, Salty_language on the Snapchats, saltylanguage.com. Just whatever. Just Google Salty Language.
Find you on all the networks.
All the networks, yeah.
Tangent Bound,
Danger Entertainment. I don't have my soundboard to play the mystical
Watch
drop.
Danger.
Exactly.
Was mystical in here? Well,
Yeah, on my soundboard he is. But yeah, all things, podcasting, whatever else. And, it's another thrilling installment of The Enthusiast.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh,
stay salty.
You're the one that coined that.
Yes, sir, I do.
it's always a pleasure, Tony. It's always
Dev, always a pleasure.
Enthusiast this.